Good morning, everyone. I just want to say that, I'm just super excited to be here. And on behalf of Intuit, I just want to say a big thank you to ICIC for the tremendous partnership that we've had over the years. We are on a journey with ICIC to deepen our shared understanding of AI and how this helps small businesses. And I met a few of the folks in the audience earlier this morning, and I just have to say that I'm blown away by the caliber, the talent, and the sheer grit that I see in the folks who are here in the room and in the small businesses that Intuit works with on a day-to-day basis. There is just so much passion and energy that we get from the passion and energy that you bring in to run your small businesses day in and day out. In the way that we use AI, there was a survey that we did in partnership with ICIC where we surveyed 3,700 small and medium businesses. And 89% of them use AI in some form or the other. So there's already a lot of interest in using AI, but there's also a lot of concerns about how to use it properly. And one of the things with AI is there are no established, time-tested playbooks for AI. Things are evolving so fast. No matter how many 10 ChatGPT prompts to make your life more efficient LinkedIn posts you read, there is still more that is evolving on a day-to-day basis. And the best way to harness the power of AI is in sharing the knowledge, in getting started, learning from others. My own journey in AI, I'll share a few examples. So, growing up, I was the worst student in art class. I couldn't draw a straight line with a ruler. That is how bad I was. And then I got married. And then my wife paints as a hobby. So she does beautiful paintings, and there are a few of them that adorn our house. And my contribution to any sort of such home decor has been limited to just getting art supplies from Michael's on the way back home. But what I was good at is telling a story, painting a picture with words. Now, you know where this is headed, right? Because a few months earlier, I went to ChatGPT, entered a prompt, and a few tweaks later, I got the image that I wanted to create in front of me, and printed it at Costco on a canvas, and now I have, a painting hobby. Now, the reason why I say this is because I have it on my wall, and on Zoom calls, people often ask this to me, and it's a good conversation starter. But the reason why I tell the story is because often people ask the question, how much more efficient can AI make things? And that question is absolutely valid, but that is not the entire question. Because if you ask me, Anoop, how much more efficient does AI make you in your painting hobby? That is the wrong question. Because before AI, Anoop never had a painting hobby. I never thought that painting could be my hobby, or anything remotely related to something that creative could be my hobby. But now it has unlocked a whole new avenue. It has made painting as a hobby more accessible to someone who is creatively challenged. So this is one of the things which I would love for all of us to ask ourselves, which is, yes, it can make the current things that we do more efficient, but it also opens the door to a lot more new things that we couldn't do earlier. The other use that I have for AI, which I do on a regular basis, is use AI as my carpool buddy. There was a presentation that I had to do a few months ago, and I was just struggling to articulate that effectively. I was just not able to get it. How should I tell the story? and I have an hour-long commute to work. So one day, I just kept ChatGPT's voice mode open right next to me on my phone and started talking to it. And I asked for ideas. I spitballed some of my own ideas, and it continued to refine it. By the time I got to work, I had a slide-by-slide breakdown of how to present this story, what should be in each slide, and how to communicate my vision more clearly. That was just groundbreaking for me, and from then on, I do this almost every other day. Now, I wish that it actually helped me drive my car in the carpool lane, but that officer, I have ChatGPT in the passenger seat, doesn't really work. But I think this is also one of those where things that were difficult to do previously, it has unlocked new use cases. I'm sure this is a more common use case, but I use it sometimes to sound intelligent. I would review contracts that we are having and drop that into ChatGPT and say, hey, what special terms in this contract should I be aware of? And it gives me a neat, human-readable summary versus the legalese that I'm often faced with. And that is super helpful in me having conversations with our legal teams and with our the companies that we contract with. And guess who's reading all the terms and conditions when Apple updates the software? I still click accept, right? I can't live without my phone, but I still read it, right? That's my point. But one of the core powers of AI, and this is true with every technology revolution, is that it levels the playing field quite a bit. And especially for small businesses, it levels the playing field. If you think about the internet revolution, it enabled small businesses which did not have the brick-and-mortar infrastructure of a Sears or a Walmart to start to do business and sell their products much more broadly. With the social media revolution, it enabled small businesses who did not have strong media budgets to go in and get their message about their company and their product out there without spending millions of dollars in advertising. And with AI, it also enables small businesses to be operating at much larger scales than what they would be previously able to do without large marketing departments and large bookkeeping departments and a number of other auxiliary capabilities that you need to operate at that scale. But at the same time, it is difficult to really take a bet on AI when there is so much information out there. And Intuit recognizes this. Because you sort of figure out, OK, here's what I'm going to use AI, and then there is a new model out there, and that's already writing poetry and creating novels, right? How do you understand how to use AI, and how do you feel like you have a partner in this? And this is where Intuit believes that AI should enable humans to be more effective, and users should have full control on their data, and ethical safeguards should be in place to ensure the responsible use of AI. And we also believe that AI should make your lives so easy that you can focus on the things that you love and want to do every day versus the things that you do because you have to. Like, let's be honest, not all of you got into opening a business because you love bookkeeping. Well, if you do, we should talk. But that is one of the things that we want to do, which is enable your day-to-day lives to be so easy with AI that you get more time to do the things that you really love. And there are a few of my absolute favorite features within Intuit. So in QuickBooks, one of my favorite features is you can, if you're at a client location and you've made some notes about this is the project you're going to do, here's the costing, here are the different line items, you could just take a picture of what you wrote on paper, upload it to QuickBooks, and QuickBooks will automatically create an estimate or an invoice for you. I think the real technology innovation in my trial of that is the fact that it can recognize my handwriting, right? That I was like, wow, now technology has gotten somewhere. The other one is personalized invoice reminders. When you have a lot of outstanding invoices and you want to send a reminder, it'll first of all flag all the reminders for you. It'll even create a draft of the note that you want to send along with the invoice. And it can be from gentle reminders to a little bit firm in terms of the reminder of this. And I know that all of you have that one client in mind when I'm talking about this example, right? But I think that is so powerful that AI does that for you and automatically categorizes your expenses and transactions. MailChimp creates audiences and drafts of emails that you can send out. So there's a lot of embedded AI within our products that enables small businesses to just use the product in the way that they would normally use and adds a bunch of these efficiencies so that it results in not a lot of work to actually do the things that you want to do. As you think about what you want to do with AI for your business, think about what you want to automate. In the ICIC survey, the biggest potential areas that were outlined was in terms of market exploration, accounting and finance, strategic planning, and product design. As I mentioned in some of my examples earlier, these are opportunities for you to use AI for brainstorming, for doing research on your behalf, for automating bookkeeping, and for helping you with the planning and breakdown of the work that you have to do. This is also one of the reasons why I'm super excited about the More with AI tour that Intuit is doing in partnership with ICIC, opening up pathways for small businesses to learn and use AI. In the coming months, Intuit is taking AI workshops on the road. So you have an opportunity to experience that today. I was there earlier this morning. It's just amazing. You have opportunities to try out some of the more commonly used AI technologies. You have step-by-step instructions that help you get started, because most often you are like, okay, I see it, but I want to experience it. I want step-by-step, how do I do this? And there are stations where you can go and try these technologies out. There are instructions for you to try it. This will help you get better at prompt writing, creating responsible approaches to AI, and learning about these tools that are available to you. You can do these today in the demos that are available. Through the More with AI tour, Intuit is also helping government officials understand the importance of AI and the importance of AI policies written with small businesses in mind. So we are connecting with the legislatures to help them understand the power of the policies that support all of you. And in these conversations, we are advocating for policies that make it easier for small businesses to get better access to and afford digital tools and AI to grow your business. So when we look at AI and how that can accelerate your world, the core belief is that we can enable you to do more of what you love and automate the stuff that you don't. And that is the core principle behind this. And I'm really excited for you all to try out these capabilities that are available to you. Give us feedback in terms of what is working for you and what you would love to see more. As I said, this is a collaborative sharing of wealth of knowledge that will enable us to use all of these amazing technologies better and more efficiently. I'm just super excited to be here. Thank you for this opportunity. Looking forward to meeting more of you in the sessions that are there later today, and have a great summit.